everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today's topic is Angel Shirel, whose energy awakens within us the awareness that our true value lies in our being, not in our doing. And if you're excited like me, please leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with family and friends. Let's get started. Angel Shirel governs the zodiac sign of Libra, which rules the lunar month called Tishrei, the month of the new lunar year, known as Rosh Hashanah. According to Kabbalah, Adam and Eve were born on this very day. And so it is not just the beginning of a new year, it's the birth of humanity itself, when we are all given the chance to decide the movie of our lives for the year ahead. Shririel means existence of God. His energy awakens within us the awareness that our true value lies in our being, not in our doing, and that the present moment is the only moment we truly have. What a beautiful way to start the new lunar year. And as a Libra myself, I can tell you that Libra energy is about balance, harmony, and relationships. We seek peace and connection, yet our challenge is to stop looking for external approval and instead align with the spark of the Creator within us. Angel Shirel reminds us that our worth doesn't depend on how big or exciting our actions are, but on the consciousness we bring to every moment. Now, let's connect this to something very real in our daily lives. In life, we all go through ups and downs, moments of joy, tests, challenges. Those are the moments we usually pay attention to. But what about the in-between? What about the neutral times, the errands, the commuting, washing the dishes, sitting in meetings, answering emails? If you think about it, at least 90% of our day is made of these so-called dull, ordinary moments. And yet, the teaching of Shirel is that the present moment is all we have. And that means even those unimportant moments hold divine energy and potential. I want you to pause for a moment and just write down a quick list of things that you did either today or yesterday that felt uneventful but necessary. Maybe laundry, computer work, making lunch. Take a second and recall those normal moments. Now, let's look at them from the Creator's point of view. We know that the entire creation, the worlds, humanity, everything, began with one pure thought: the desire to share Endless light with us. Does it make sense that such a big portion of our day, those ordinary repetitive tasks, would have no spiritual power? Of course not. The Creator wants to give us endlessly, not just in the big moments of breakthrough, but especially in the small ones. And this is the Kabbalistic secret. The greatest light is revealed in the lowest places. It means that when light is truly infinite, it can reach even the most hidden, mundane corners of life. That's why the Kabbalists teach that the light of Messiah, the light of the Zohar, will be revealed in our generation. A generation often described as the lowest in consciousness, because only the greatest light can illuminate the most ordinary or even darkest places. Think about our teachers, Rav and Karen Berg. Unlike many Kabbalists of the past generations, they were able to make the most elevated wisdom and make it accessible to each of us, no matter our background. Why? Because the greatest light can reach the most regular people in the most normal lives. Now, let's take this deeper through the lens of miracles. There are different cosmic windows throughout the year that reveal miracles. For example, the 1st and 7th days of Passover represent miracles beyond nature. On the night of Passover, the plague of the firstborn took place. The negative forces were removed without us lifting a finger. Later, the splitting of the Red Sea, we had certainty, but still this was an event completely beyond the rules of gravity and nature. This is one type of miracle, totally beyond our logic and effort. But there's another type of miracle revealed in cosmic windows like Hanukkah and Purim. In these cases, the miracles came through nature. The oil of the menorah burned not for 1 day, but 8, yes, beyond nature, but still expressed within physical laws. The story of Purim, Esther and Mordechai made concrete actions, and through those efforts, miracles unfolded. So we have two kinds of miracles. Number one, beyond nature, something happens without our effort, purely metaphysical. Number two, within nature, we put in effort and the light expands reality in miraculous ways. So which is greater? The miracle completely beyond us, or the miracle revealed through our actions in the physical world? Kabbalah teaches that the greater miracles is the one within nature. Why? Because it means we partnered with the light. We made space for it through our own consciousness and effort. That's why Purim is said to be the only holiday that will remain after the coming of the Messiah. Because Purim represents the revelation of light not from above alone, but through human action within this physical reality. And this brings us back full circle. The greatest light is revealed in the lowest places. What do we call low? The dull moments, the normal routines, the neutral flow of everyday life. The Zohar teaches that while we perceive these moments as ordinary, in truth they hold the potential for the greatest miracles. Yes, we often expect everything in nature to deteriorate, our relationships, our bodies, our routines, and that's why we crave excitement. But in reality, every normal part of life, our work, our relationships, our health, our small daily actions, is holding hidden light, waiting to be revealed. So imagine every normal moment of your life has the potential to expand into something miraculous. Every relationship, even the most average ones, every effort at work, even the most routine tasks, every errand, even the smallest action, all of it can be infused with miraculous light when we shift our consciousness. And that, my friends, is the whole purpose of living in the world, and how Angel Shirel can help us, not to escape nature, but to reveal miracles within it. So while it may look like the Creator designed a reality where 90% of our lives feel like wasted time, mistake. This is not the truth. In fact, Messiah consciousness, the ultimate revelation of light, is a state where every second of life becomes miraculous. We'll experience divine energy not only in special spiritual moments, but in the ordinary ones, eating, walking down the street, having a conversation. Usually we see life as a journey toward some important destination. When I accomplish this, when I fix that problem, when I reach this goal, then it will matter. Meanwhile, the countless normal processes, behaviors, and interactions which make up 90% of our lives, we dismiss as unimportant. What's more important really? Those few peak moments or the vast majority of daily life? According to the Zohar, the greatest light is hidden in the normal moments, in what we call nature, in the times when nothing dramatic seems to be happening. Think about it. What causes so much of our anxiety? We obsess over a destination, an outcome, an achievement. We live for the test or the breakthrough, believing only those moments matter. Meanwhile, the Creator is whispering, my light is not only at the finish line. The greatest light is available in the lower, ordinary moments. Don't skip over them. This is where Angel Shirel comes in. Shirel helps us awaken to the reality that the true miracles, the real Messiah energy, are hidden in everyday life, in the blessings, abundance, and growth that are waiting to be revealed in those moments we normally overlook. For example, you're waiting for an important meeting and suddenly it gets cancelled. Your first reaction might be frustration. Oh no, now there's a vacuum, a wasted slot in my day. But Kabbalah teaches there are no wasted moments. Every second is infused with potential light. It's only our perception that divides life into important and unimportant. Our job is to shift that perception by activating the light of Angel Shirel and by connecting to the Zohar, we reveal that even the most ordinary actions hold infinite value. The Kabbalists ask a powerful question. Where do you reveal more light? When you're actually reading the Zohar, or when you're walking across the room to pick it up? The answer may surprise us: when you walk. Why? Because walking to the bookshelf seems like a normal, mundane action. Yet, with the right consciousness, it becomes a vessel for light. I remember watching my teacher, the Rav. He would sit and eat soup very slowly while people were speaking to him about all kinds of matters. Yet, with every spoonful, you could feel the immense light being revealed. Even eating was elevated, not because of the food itself, but because of the consciousness behind it. Of course, we still need purposeful actions, big goals, and great accomplishments, of course. But if in our mind, the in-between moments are just filler things we have to get through, then we are missing the greatest opportunities for revelation. Because in truth, everything is connected. Every second is an opening for light. Every act, no matter how small, can become miraculous when we bring, of course, the right consciousness. Very often we are very aware of the major junctions in our lives, the difficult challenges we went through, the amazing blessings we received, the big test we either passed or didn't pass. We remember when we were reactive and when we were proactive, but the Rav once said something very powerful. The biggest moments in our life are usually predetermined by the small moments. Think about it. How many of us have faced a sudden challenge, heard bad news, and somehow, miraculously, we just responded in a non-reactive way? We were resilient, calm, and strong. The light just flowed through us. And if we had thought about it too much, we might have said, I don't know how I'll ever handle something like that. But when the moment came, we did. Why? Because the strength for the big moments is built in the small moments. The greatest light is hidden in the little, in between experiences. The times we usually label unimportant. When you handle those ordinary moments with consciousness, with awareness, that Angel Shirel is here, that the energy of miracles is here, you are literally training your spiritual muscles. For example, you come home after a long day, you're tired, and you're with your partner. You pause and inject the thought, wow, there's so much energy, even in this simple moment, together. That is where miracles are planted. And as a Libra, I can tell you, this is work for all of us, but especially for us Libras. Libra is an air sign connected to the mind, communication, and ideas. Our energy is quick, light, expansive, brilliant at seeing possibilities, making connections, and thinking abstractly. However, because our mental energy is constantly in motion, it can be difficult to anchor ourselves in just one task or in the present moment. Air signs crave freedom and stimulation. Too much repetition feels confining and our minds wander toward the next possibility. We live so much in the world of thought and ideas that we sometimes forget to ground ourselves in the body, in the present, in the here and now. And that's why it's so fascinating that in the name Shiririel you find the root Shrir, which means a muscle. This is the spiritual muscle we all here to develop, to be happy in the moment, to resist focusing only on the half-empty cup, to learn to be still and present while remaining joyful. It's not easy, but it's simple. And this spiritual muscle gives us the strength to handle both the toughest challenges and the greatest blessings with the right consciousness. There's a beautiful story about this in the Torah, the story of Elisha, the prophet, and the woman called Shunamit. She was righteous, but she had no children. Elisha saw her merit and told her, ask for a blessing. She asked for a son, and she had one. Years later, her son fell sick with a high fever and died. She didn't even tell her husband. She simply took her son to Elisha to revive him. And indeed, Elisha brought him back to life. His name was Chavakuk. What's fascinating is that when this story is read in the Torah portion on Shabbat, it ends not with the miracle itself, but with the moment she brought her son to the prophet. It stops before the happy ending. Why? Because her consciousness in the preparation was the key. She didn't wait to see the outcome. She already injected certainty. I'm going, I'm connecting. The light is here. It's the same for us. Think about how often we go to an important meeting or situation and get anxious. Will it work out or not? Will it be yes or no? However, imagine if instead we injected the yes during the journey toward the meeting. The outcome is already infused with light because we carried it into the process itself. That's why the Kabbalists say sometimes the preparation for a good deed is even more important than the good deed itself. The preparation sets the consciousness, and the consciousness determines how much light can be revealed in the act itself. So the question we need to ask ourselves is this how we are living our lives? Are we honoring the small in-between moments as the training ground for miracles? Or are we rushing past them, waiting only for the big events? And here's something very deep. The Kabbalists explain that the greatest disease we all suffer from is the disease of image. The Zohar says that so much of our energy is invested in how others see us, how we want to be perceived, or even how we perceive ourselves. We create and protect an image. I want people to like me, to respect me, to see me in a certain way. And our inner world starts to shift constantly based on that external reflection. This is so connected to the energy of Libra. On one hand, they are born with a natural gift. They can see different sides, connect with others, and create beauty and peace. But on the other hand, it also makes them highly attuned to how they are seen. Their sense of self can sometimes become dependent on the mirror of others, on approval, on validation, on keeping things looking good on the outside. It's that very air quality, flowing, shifting, adaptable, that can make image so seductive. Like the wind, it changes direction quickly. Libras and all of us, when we are influenced by this energy, can start to measure ourselves by how well we are keeping the balance externally rather than how aligned we are internally with the light. But the work of Libra, and really the work of every soul, especially this month and with this Angel Shirel, is to transform that, to move from living in the image of self to living in the essence of self. From calling about how do they see me to am I revealing light in this moment? Because when we're stuck in image, we react. We bend ourselves to fit others' expectations. However, when we live from essence, from soul, we build that spiritual muscle, that shrir of Angel Shirel. We stay present, joyful, and strong, no matter how we are seen. The disease of image is the test for all of humanity. Well, what is image? Image is the belief that anything external will make me happy. It's when I think, when I'm successful, when people notice me, when I speak in a certain way, when others admire me, or even when I fail, those are the important moments. But the truth is, the greatest light is available in the most normal moments. Not in the performance, not in the show, but before the appearance, behind the scenes, in the preparation. I can do major spiritual things, but if I define myself as spiritual only because of those big manifestations and not because of how I handle the in-between moments, then I've missed the essence. Is God only in the big miracles I've manifested today? Is he only in the grand accomplishments? The answer is no. There is a bridge between potential and actual. Every dull moment carries potential. Our whole work is to transform potential into manifestation based on the rule we've been learning today. The greatest light is waiting to be revealed. Where? Not in the spectacular, but in the ordinary. And that's what Messiah is really about. The manifestation of light through the most normal, natural, seemingly dull ways. So before we go deeper, take a few seconds to journal for yourself. How will you tomorrow be different as a result of what you've learned today? Because when we shift our consciousness in this way, something beautiful happens. We begin to feel real excitement. Moreover, not the kind that comes from external stimulation, but excitement rooted in spiritual awareness. The excitement of knowing the greatest light is available in these very moments. That's powerful. That's joy. There's a story from the Baal Shem Tov that illustrates this so clearly. A young man in his 20s lost his father. After the passing, his father appeared to him in a dream and gave him a very specific message. There will be a woman who comes to you with a chicken. Do whatever she asks. The young man woke up shaken. His father had spoken to him so clearly. Imagine, that very day on his way to work, he kept looking, where is the woman with the chicken? Where is the woman with the chicken? Days passed, weeks passed, months, years. At first he searched eagerly, but with time he forgot, as we all do. He became busy with life. He built a community, became a respected spiritual leader. And one Friday afternoon, already he's much older, he was rushing to prepare for Shabbat. A woman approached him with a chicken in her hands and she said, I'm so sorry to bother you, but can you please check if this chicken is kosher for me to eat? Pressed for time, he dismissed her. I'm so sorry, I can't help you right now, I'm rushing. He hurried home where his family and guests were waiting and the Shabbat table set. He took the cup of wine to recite the blessing, Kiddush, and suddenly it hit him. That was the woman. That was the chicken my father told me about. He felt crushed. He stopped, told his family, pack all the food. We need to find this lady. They found the woman's home, brought her the food, and honored her dignity. And in the upper worlds, it was decided in that one action, he completed his tikkun, his correction. The mission his father had spoken of was fulfilled. It's so inspiring because his father had told him to look for something that seemed so small. At first, he searched eagerly, but with time, it became so insignificant to him that he didn't even recognize it when it appeared. And isn't that us? How easy is it to brush people off in small moments? To say, I don't have time, I'm rushing. I'm focused on something bigger. But if we're honest, those are often the moments where we show the least human dignity, because we're so focused on the destination that we miss the light waiting along the way. The truth is, small moments are only insignificant if we make them insignificant. So here's a beautiful intention to practice. Creator, allow me to insert light into every aspect of the mundane and the ordinary. Help me remember that even in nature, even in routine, even in dull moments, the greatest light is waiting to be revealed. We've just explored something so important together, how easy it is to get caught in the trap of image, of wanting to be seen in a certain way, and how the real light isn't there at all. The greatest light is waiting for us in the small, simple, ordinary moments that we usually overlook. Just like in the story of the Baal Shem Tov, what looks so small may actually hold the key to our entire purpose. And this is where Angel Shirel comes in. His energy helps us build that spiritual muscle to be present, to stay balanced, to find joy even in the quiet, in-between moments of life. So I would love to invite you now to join me in a short visualization to really feel this energy for yourself and to anchor everything we've just learned, not just in our minds, but in our hearts and souls. Please take a comfortable seat and soften your gaze. You don't need to close your eyes, just allow yourself to be present. And imagine before you stands Angel Shirel, the angel connected to Libra. You can envision him as you feel, whose name means existence of God. His presence is calm, balanced, radiant with harmony. He carries no judgment, only the reminder that your worth is not in what you do or how you are seen, but simply in who you are. Now picture a scale of Libra gently before you, two sides perfectly balanced. On one side, place all the external images you've carried. How others see you, how you wish to be perceived, success, failures, appearances, roles. Watch them rest gently there. On the other side of the scale, Angel Shirel places a simple glowing light, your being, your essence, who you are without performance, without the show. And slowly you notice that this single light balances, even outweighs all of the images. Feel his whisper. The greatest light is found in the most normal, natural moments. You do not need to search far. Every moment is holy. Every small action can reveal the Creator. Now recall a small ordinary moment in your own life, perhaps brushing someone off, or rushing past, or not noticing. Instead of regret, see Angel Shirel infusing that moment with light. Feel how even the dull, overlooked moments can carry infinite potential. Breathe into this truth. The light is waiting to be revealed, not in the image, but in the simple, everyday spaces of your life. With each breath, let this awareness grow into excitement, not based on external validation, but on spiritual consciousness. Excitement that today and tomorrow, in every step and every conversation, you have the opportunity to reveal light. Seal this intention by quietly affirming, Creator, with the help of Angel Shirel, allow me to insert light into every aspect of the ordinary. May I never overlook the greatness hidden in the small moments. Take one last deep breath. Feel yourself aligned, balanced, whole. Your image no longer a mask, but a vessel of light. And you can slowly open your eyes. If you want to go deeper, our one-to-one Mastering Your Life with Angels program gives you something you can't get anywhere else. 5 private sessions to uncover your soul's unique purpose, connect directly with your personal guardian angel and Angel's birth chart team, and reveal the hidden blocks holding you back. You'll gain insights, guidance, and practical tools designed specifically for you and only you, helping you manifest your highest potential in ways no book, video, or a class alone can provide. You can find the link to learn more and apply for the program below this video. Until next time, stay open, stay present, and let the light guide you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and share. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.